Hello, everyone. This is Cristiana El Trayan, your host and facilitator for the Pranic Consciousness Summit. We are here tonight with Mira, Merit, Omerzel. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Merit is the founder of the Slavic Pythagorean School for Development of Consciousness and Healing with the Sound. She is a wonderful cosmic being. She has been nourished by cosmic food since August 2000. And tonight she will tell us more about cosmic resonance, pranic healing, cosmic surgery, so many wonderful insights that she knows of and that she will share with us. Thank you, Mirit, for being with us, and we're very honored to have you here. And thank you to the translator as well.
Yeah, Ira will translate for me from
Thank you.
Slovenian language. Yeah, because in channel I will speak. I will channeling my thoughts and words, and I cannot speak in foreign language. Yeah, ne mi oprostila. Okay.
So the first time we've been in contact with Mirit was through her video at the Pranic Festival. And now as she offered to share her knowledge with us, we are happy to know more about your Pranic experience, first of all, because most of our audience is interested in the Pranic journey and how do people manage to live without the use of physical food. So if you can tell us a little about how it happened for you, and if you had a preparation or a certain practice before you started living without the need of physical food. Just give us some details of whatever you feel.
Um, I didn't ask for it, for this experience. Sorry, nisem vprašala za to izkušnjo, nisem prosila in tudi danes še vedno ne prosim, vse se dogaja spontano.
I did not ask for this experience, and still today I'm not asking. Everything is happening spontaneously.
Prvič se mi je spontano zgodilo, da nisem mogla jesti v decembra 1994.
In December 1994, it happened to me spontaneously for the first time. I could simply not eat nor drink.
16 dni se je odvilo, potem pa sem sama sebe prepričala, da vendar kot človeško bitje moram jesti.
This lasted for 16 days, but at the end I convinced myself that as a human being I need to eat after all.
Predtem sem imela mnogo izkušenj raznovrstnih, predvsem telepatskih, tudi stop iz telesa, življenje po življenju. Ko sem praktično umrla, šla na ono stran in se vrnila.
Before this experience, I had many telepathic experiences. One of them is also I exited my body. I went to the other side and I came back. So I had many telepathic experiences.
I also died.
Yeah.
Died and
I also
returned.
died and came.
So
Ja, to je bilo leta 93.
This was in 1983.
In takrat se mi je ves svet sesul, ker praktično vse, kar sem vedela, ni več veljalo zame.
And when this happened, my entire world collapsed because what I had believed just yesterday was not valid anymore.
Še zlasti, ker sem pač znanstvenica in umetnica bila v tem času, samo to dvoje, kasneje sem pridružila tudi duhovno poučevanje in raziskovanje, se mi je zdelo, da je treba vse postaviti na nove noge.
At that time, I was only a scientist and an artist, a musician, but then spiritual teacher came afterwards. And then when this experience happened to me, I felt that everything needed to be done anew.
In predtem sem prakticirala 12 let jogijsko levitacijo in transcendentalno meditacijo.
Before that, I practiced transcendental meditation and yogic meditation for 12 years.
Vendar se je vse začelo mnogo poprej. In sicer zbolela sem.
But everything actually happened much earlier. I fell ill.
In sicer čisto navadni mali žolčni kamenčki so mi naredili veliko težave, genetski zapis moje družine.
Like small, insignificant gallstones caused many problems to me, and this was a genetic imprint, genetic record from my family.
In v nosečnosti sem prvič zavedla energij v svojem telesu, ker so bile zelo intenzivne, to da nihče nam ni govoril o energijah, ne v ljudeh, ne v prostoru.
During pregnancy, I first became aware of the energies which were flowing through me, because before that, at that time, nobody spoke of that to us. Nobody taught us this.
In kasneje imela sem 10 let napačne diagnoze, nihče ni odkril kamenčkov, jaz pa sem vedela, da so žolčni kamni, vendar takrat nisem imela moči, da bi karkoli napravila, razen tega, da grem na navadno, običajno medicinsko operacijo.
There were 10 years of incorrect medical diagnosis. Nobody actually discovered this little small gallstones, but I knew that the gallstones were my problem. But at that time, I didn't know what else to do than to go to a surgery to remove these gallstones.
Očitno sem potrebovala to izkušnjo, kajti takrat se je aktivirala moja sposobnost kozmične telepatije.
I obviously needed that experience because this was when my ability of cosmic telepathy started.
Namreč pred operacijo sem več mesecev poslušala v svoji glavi glasove, ki so mi govorili.
Several months before operation, I listened to voices in my head, and these voices said,
Pozabila si veliko znanje.
You forgot a great knowledge.
Nisem vedela, katero znanje sem pozabila, kdo mi prišepetava. Nisem mislila, da sem morda pozabila zapreti vrata, ugasniti plin.
I didn't know what was this knowledge and what did I forget. I thought I maybe forgot to close the doors, to close the gas pipe or something.
In po operaciji v bistvu se je ta konverzacija nadaljevala in sem slišala, pozabila si veliko znanje, lahko bi bilo tudi drugače.
And after the surgery, this telepathic conversation continued, and I heard that I forgot a great knowledge and that it could have been differently as well.
Ker pa sem bila preveč v znanosti, sem rabila to izkušnjo, ko človek v bližini smrti pravzaprav doživi samega sebe.
But I was too much immersed in science, which is why I needed this experience near death when a person forgets about himself.
Še zlasti, ker sem iz družine, kjer je bilo intuitivnost, telepatske sposobnosti so bile običajne.
Especially because I come from a family where intuitive, telepathic abilities were ordinary, usual.
Moja babica je bila zdravilka, ena babica je bila zdravilka in zelo pomembna v mojem življenju.
My grandmother was a herbalist, a healer, and she was very important to me in my life.
In istočasno tudi prerokovalka.
And she was also a clairvoyant.
Druga babica je videvala energije v času, to je bil čas druge svetovne vojne, nihče ni verjel, kar je videla.
Other grandmother, she saw energies in the room, in the space, but at that time during the Second World War, nobody believed her what she saw.
Seveda te gene, njune darove nosim s seboj, danes vidim, kaj se dogaja v ljudeh. Tudi, ker smo naučeni, kakor smo naučeni, včasih moramo pasti dol, da se začne nova zgodba.
I carry their genes in me and I see what is happening within people. But sometimes we just have to fall down to the ground so that a new story can begin.
Ko sem bila stara 10 let, se spominjam, sem prvič čutila tisto, kar imenujemo vse povezanost.
At the age of 10, I felt for the first time all connectedness.
Ja, the wholeness.
The wholeness. I sensed wholeness.
Sicer ob morju sem začutila, kako se povezujem z morjem, z nebom. In od takrat naprej so bile te izkušnje redne na sporedu.
I was at the seaside and I sensed how I was merging with the sea and with the sky. And since then, these experiences occurred ever more often.
V neki posebni sproščenosti, radosti otroka ob morju se mi je toliko razširila zavest, da še danes spomnim vsak val, vsako školjko, vsako skalo iz tega dogodka.
So in a child's joy and state of freedom relaxations, there was so much revealed to me that I still now can see every wave, everything from this moment, from this experience, every stone.
In to je bilo zelo pomembno izkustvo, čeprav sem potrebovala še seveda desetletja in počasi se je razvijala zgodba. Najprej sem morala postaviti po konci svoje telo.
This was an experience, but it took me 10 years to understand all this. At first, I needed to bring my body into order.
In ko sem v bistvu prakticirala meditacijo in se povezovala z kdo ve s čem, takrat nisem razumela s čem, so enostavno prihajale informacije o vsem, kar sem potrebovala.
So when I was meditating and when I was connecting to whatever that was, at that time I didn't know what that was, simply information that I needed at that moment.
In sem jih zapisovala.
And I wrote them down.
V poltransu. Vedno sem bila zelo dobrodošla, na ta način sem trenirala v bistvu tako imenovano kosmično zavest, biti tukaj in onkraj.
This data came down and I wrote them down, and this is how I, in a semi-trance, and this is how I practice being here and there at the same time.
Tudi pisanja, vsa pisanja in tudi doktorske disertacije sem napisala na ta način, da sem pravzaprav postala samo orodje, kanal inteligence življenja.
So all my texts actually came about in this state. I simply became a tool for the universal life intelligence.
Ko sem zapisovala za doktorsko disertacijo, v bistvu svoje zamisli, sem bila začudena, kdo piše skozi mene. Jaz to nisem.
I was writing my doctoral thesis in the same way, and I was simply amazed, like, who wrote this? I did not write this.
Leta 1994, po izkušnji izstopa iz telesa, življenja po življenju, ko se vrneš nazaj v telo, kar je bilo zame zelo pretresljivo. Namreč enostavno sem odšla, takrat ni bilo nobenega znanja. Ko sem se začela...
In 1983, I exited my body, I died, and I came back. And at that time, nothing was said about this. There was no knowledge, no information about this.
Ko sem se začela ukvarjati z duhovnostjo, nima nobenih knjig. Morda sem kakšno prinesla iz koncertne turneje, v angleščini ali v nemščini, to da ničesar drugega ni bilo prisotnega.
At the time when I started working with spirituality, there was no literature. Maybe I brought from our concert tours abroad, maybe I brought a book or two in English or German, but in our language there was no literature at all.
In tako dejansko sem bila prepuščena sama sebi, kar ni bilo slabo po eni strani.
So I was simply left to myself, which was not bad.
In ko sem naenkrat čutila, kako se dvigujem iz telesa in potujem po svetlobnem tunelu in komuniciram s kom? Z neko inteligenco, svetlobno inteligenco, ki najverjetneje pravi Bog.
So I felt that I was exiting my body, I was lifting myself from the body, I was traveling through a tunnel, and then I started communicating with a certain light. This probably was the intelligence we call God.
Jaz sem ateist.
I'm an atheist.
Rojena v času komunizma.
I was born in communist times.
Takrat v bistvu praktično bilo vse spiritualno življenje zaustavljeno. Tudi moji starši niso bili religiozni.
At that time, spiritual life stopped, and my parents were not religious.
In vse izkušnje, ki so prišle zatem, so bile seveda šokantne.
And all the experiences that came after were, of course, shocking to me.
O njih nisem vedela ničesar.
I knew nothing about them.
Tudi predstavljati si nisem mogla, da bi to naumil moj ker se je preprosto zgodilo, ko se je moralo.
I didn't even imagine that my mind could come up with such things. They simply happened when they had to happen.
Exactly.
Zato še danes zelo zagovarjam spontanost v vseh teh procesih. Zgodijo se, ko si pripravljen, pa če veš ali pa če ne veš.
This is why I'm still today an advocate of spontaneity. May the things happen, the processes happen when they should come, when the time is right.
When the time is
right. Vračala iz tega svetlobnega tunela nazaj v svoje fizično telo in prebavljala te nove izkušnje.
When I was coming back from this tunnel and I was digesting these new experiences,
sem kot nora iskala v bistvu informacije, kaj se mi je zgodilo, to da nikjer nisem našla.
I looked for information everywhere, like crazy.
Like stupid woman, I looked for.
Yeah, I was looking everywhere, like crazy, for some piece of information about it, but there was nothing at all.
Nothing. In tako sem se mogla sprijazniti s tem, da me silno zebe, kajti ko se vračaš od tam, iz polja visokih frekvenc, si obdan z hladnimi frekvencami.
So I had to accept that I was freezing cold, because as you return from the realms beyond, you are surrounded with freezing cold energies. Yes. Frequencies.
In še mesece se nisem mogla segreti, za koncerte sem se naredila poseben skafander iz filca, da sem prenesla normalno temperaturo.
And nothing could warm me up. For a concert I had, I made a special suit from woolen felt, to keep me warm during the concert.
Potrebovala sem več mesecev, da sem prišla v bistvu v neko stanje, kjer je fizično telo tudi lahko spet funkcioniralo, pa ne več isto.
I needed several months to come back, to bring my body back to function, to operate in a similar state, my physical body to operate in a state that it could operate here, but this state was never similar again.
Ja. Svet se je sesul in potem so prihajale izkušnje z izkušnjo. Ena najpomembnejših, če morda podelim, je bil padec mojega partnerja s konjem.
And so my old world collapsed, and the experiences just kept coming, new experiences. And one of the most important experiences was when my partner fell off a horse.
Jahali smo po zimi, konji so drveli za svojo zadnjo možnostjo, z vso močjo, in na križišču, kjer smo mi hoteli iti naravnost, so se konji ustavili, v hipu ustavili, ker so hoteli iti levo.
We were riding, it was winter time, and our horses were racing, and the horses suddenly stopped at a crossroads where we wanted to go straight, but the horses took a left turn.
Seveda, v tem drncu nima šanse, da ostaneš na konju.
So in all this racing, you simply cannot stay in the saddle.
Najprej je padel iz konja moj mož.
My husband was the first to fall off the horse.
Padel je na skalo.
He landed on a rock.
In jaz sem jahala mlajšega konja.
I was riding a younger horse,
ki se je prav tako ustavil, in prav tako tudi jaz sem letela čez glavo, čez konja.
Who also stopped, and I also was flying over the horse's head.
Toda v tistem trenutku, zato sem verjetno potrebovala 2-3 sekunde, ne vem natančno. Toda te 2-3 sekunde so postale večnost.
This happened in 2 or 3 seconds, I don't know exactly, but these 2 or 3 seconds turned into eternity.
Naenkrat sem začutila v bistvu, zavest se je tako razširila, da sem se zavedla vsega, kar je bilo, kar je in kar bo.
My consciousness expanded so much that I became aware of everything that was, that is, and that will be.
Točno sem vedela, kaj se je zgodilo, kje je problem, kakšna je poškodba na možu.
I knew exactly where is the problem, where was the problem, where is the injury on my husband's body, and what to do.
In tisto, kar je bilo še posebej zanimivo, je bilo to, da sem čutila roke pod mojim hrbtom, ki so oblažile udarec in me mehko postavile na noge na tla.
As I was falling to the ground, I felt they were like hands holding my body, and they made it possible for me to land softly on the ground.
Postavila sem roke na partnerjev hrbet, ki je zvijal vse na tleh od bolečine.
My partner was twisting with pain lying on the ground, and I placed my hands on his back.
In takrat zagledam svetlobo, ki prihaja iz neba naravno skozi mojo glavo in skozi roke v njegovo telo.
And then I see a light, a beam of light descending from the sky, going through my head, through my hands, and going into my husband's body.
To je trajalo, ne vem, morda 15 minut, 10, težko rečem, ker sem bila izven časa.
This perhaps lasted for 15 minutes. I can't say because I was outside time.
In ta energija te zavesti, inteligence življenja, ki je prihajala skozi mene, mi je prinesla ganjenost in radost.
And the energy of the universal intelligence, of the intelligence of life, brought me, moved me to tears, and it brought joy as well.
Neopisljivo radost.
Indescribable joy.
Dejansko še dolgo nisem vedela, kaj se je zgodilo, nisem se zavedla, da se je zgodila spontana kozmična iniciacija.
I did not know what had happened for a long time. I didn't know what had happened, but I didn't know that a spontaneous cosmic initiation happened.
In počasi je pri partnerju bolečina popustila, odjahali smo domov s posebno ganjenostjo, v kateri znajo biti živali neverjetno del te posvečenosti.
My partner's pain slowly ceased, and we rode back home, and in a special solemnity, in a silence, special solemn silence, and animals can be an incredible part of this solemnity.
Da v bistvu sploh nisem držala vajeti, kon me je nesel domov počasi, tako da bi nesel še zdaj, da bi solze.
I didn't even hold the reins of the horse because the horse was just carrying me slowly and carefully, and I still get tears in my eyes when I remember this moment.
This moment of cosmic light, this moment on the earth. Oh, sorry.
This always happens when we channel, we can speak multiple languages.
Okay. In moram reči, da takrat sem postala zdravilka.
This is when I became a healer.
Ne zato, ker bi jaz tako hotela, ampak zato, ker je nebo tako hotelo.
Not because I wanted this, but because the sky wanted this.
Energijski potencial se je silno ojačal.
My energy potential increased incredibly.
In učinkovanje tega zdravljenja seveda se je zelo okrepilo.
And the impact of my healing was enhanced, was enormous.
To je bil februar 93. leta. No, potem se šele začne zgodba. 94. prvič doživim tudi to življenje brez hrane, običajne hrane, jaz pravim, da se hranim s kozmično hrano, ta je pa pač tista, s katero se večina hrani. In medtem sem razvijala svoj potencial.
So this happened in February 1993, and the story begins in 1994. In 1994, I experienced pranic nourishment for the first time spontaneously.
Takrat sem bila tudi že bioenergetik, kot se temu reče, kar sem potem kasneje opustila.
I was working with bioenergy at that time, but then I abandoned this practice.
Zato, ker sem se vse bolj zavedala, da moram biti samo prevodnik, medij za prevajanje univerzalne energije.
Because I became ever more aware that I need to simply be a tool for channeling this information, this energy.
Prevodnik.
A transmitter of this energy.
Ne, da delam svojim mislimi ali po svoji pameti.
And not to work according to my mind, according to my logic, but simply to be a transmitter of the energy.
V tem času sem bila tudi duhovna učiteljica in inicirala sem ljudi tudi v Reiki.
At that time, I was already working as a spiritual teacher. I initiated our people into Tibetan Reiki.
Toda izkušnje, ki so se začele, so bile zelo pomembne tudi za to povezovanje s kozmosom.
But these experiences I had were very important for me to connect to the cosmos.
Yes.
Enostavno, ko sem začela poučevati, inicirati ljudi, se je začelo v bistvu dogajati dobesedno. Informacije so letele skozi mene.
When I started teaching, initiating people, things simply happened. Information started coming through me.
In dobesedno zaukazano mi je bilo, da opustim vse miselne procese.
I was told to leave behind all mental processes.
Ko sem prvič inicirala ta poimenovanje Reiki, ki sem ga kasneje razvijala v kozmično resonanco.
When I shared an initiation for the first time, and when I initiated people into Reiki for the first time, and I later upgraded Reiki to cosmic resonance.
Takrat sem v bistvu dobila ukaz, oziroma ko sem prvič inicirala, mi je bilo iz uma brisan postopek iniciacije.
So when I initiated people for the first time, it happened that all the procedure of the initiation was simply erased from my mind. I could not remember it.
Exactly.
Nikakor ne, ker višja sila je želela, da se prepustim in da ne delam po nobenem postopku.
There was a higher force which wanted me to surrender and not to work according to a prescribed procedure.
Yeah.
Skratka, zelo presenečena, 4-krat sem probala to poskušala inicirati po nekem postopku, potem sem se predala.
I was very much surprised. I wanted to initiate according to the procedure 4 times. I tried for 4 times, but then I just let it go.
Tako se je potem zatem prišel ukaz, da naj spustim še grlo, da naj spustim glasove, ki bodo povezani s trenutnostjo, ki bodo povezani s tem, kar je potrebno.
And then also came an order which told me to surrender my throat, to let the voices out, the voices which are needed in the current moment.
In ko se je rodilo tudi povsem drugačno muziciranje v našem ansamblu Vedun.
And this is how our performing of music came about, actually emerged. Our special performance of music in our Vedun ensemble.
Nikakor ne pripravljamo naprej nekih obrazcev, kaj naj bi igrali, vse se odvija spontano.
We do not prepare in advance our musical performance, some patterns or formulae, but everything happens spontaneously in our practice of music.
Kanalizirani zvoki so zelo močni, zdravilni.
And these channeled sounds are very powerful, very healing.
I will ask something.
Ko se je naprej potem razvijalo tudi v kirurgijo.
And so this developed further and became surgery.
With sound. In to slišnimi in neslišnimi zvoki.
Surgery with sound, with both inaudible and audible sounds.
No, to je bilo samo začetek tega potovanja, ki se je nadaljeval skozi kozmično prehranjevanje ali bolje skozi predajo kozmični inteligenci.
So this was only a beginning of this journey, which happened through my pranic nourishment, or to better, through my surrender to this cosmic intelligence.
In potem so tudi gibanja rok se je moralo sprostiti, igranje, včasih na odru igram, nikoli v življenju, prej tega nisem probala, ker se je spustilo skozi me.
So the movements of my hands were liberated, were now free.
In začela sem tudi igrati v gibih, ki niso bili naučeni.
And I started to play instruments with movements that were not acquired through learning.
Ko sem se v bistvu avgusta leta 2000...
I'm sorry. I will take a moment to see if we can improve the internet connection. Because it's interrupting, and I know some people are not getting the whole discourse. So if there's any way we can make the connection better, I would pray for it to happen.
Nekaj se prekinja, pa ljudje ne vidijo vsega in zato rabi en trenutek, da
So slišala? I don't know.
No, okay.
There are some interruptions during the video, so I was hoping if it's possible to enhance it.
I must tell you that I am not familiar with those things. And always when I'm talking, computers, cameras, break down.
So it's an energy thing. So then we take a moment to ask technology to synchronize to us. This would be a good idea. We just ask technology. Yes, I have this experience as well, but I also know that if we ask, it can be synchronized, so that it can take our vibration and just synchronize with us and make the connection work better for the internet. Because if people can't hear everything, some of the message is lost. Yes, perfect. Now it's better. Now it's better. So going back to the pranic experience, I was very curious about how you felt after the. We noticed in your description that you had about 6 years between the first experience that happened in '94 and the fully going on prana that happened in 2000. And I know people are very interested in this journey. Now it's an echo. I know people are very interested in how did you feel? What happened to your body? Did you have binging back to certain foods? Did you struggle in any way? I mean, this is the usual questions that people ask when we talk to a new one in the summit. So if you would be so kind to share that experience with us.
Ko sem se odločila v avgustu 2000, da želim trajno vzpostaviti to možnost za življenje s kozmično hrano, se je to čisto preprosto zgodilo. Brez kakšnih procedur, brez česarkoli, spontano.
When in August 2000 I decided that I wish to move to pranic nourishment, this happened spontaneously without any special procedures.
Takrat sem imela slučajno počitnice in to je bil čas, v katerem si lahko privoščila zase.
It was time of holidays at that time, and so I had time for myself, and I could afford this to work on myself.
Zelo zanimivo v tem času je bilo to, zlasti drugi dan, ko sem takoj že drugi dan, ko sem prenehala s prehranjevanjem s fizično trdosnovno hrano.
On the second day, when I stopped intaking physical solid food,
takrat so začele prihajati slab informacij, predvsem pa kako naj naredim svojo šolo za pomoč ljudem.
So on the second day, a whole waterfall of information came down, and telling me especially how to establish and form my school, which would help people.
V bistvu je bilo toliko informacij, da jih niti zapisati nisem mogla več.
There was such a quantity of information that I could simply not write them down.
Spet me je zeblo, kot takrat, ko sem šla na ono stran.
I was immensely cold as at that time when I exited my body and went beyond.
In tisto, kar me še posebej presenetilo, da je že drugi ali tretji dan prišlo posebna izkušnja, kjer so bila odsotna vsa čustva.
And on the second or third day came an experience in which I experienced a total absence of emotions. There were no emotions.
Čisto nič, hodila sem po stanovanju, gledala tiste stvari, ki so mi navajale z radostjo, da do njih nisem čutila ničesar.
I walked around my house looking at objects that usually invoked joy within me, but at that time there was nothing.
Ko sem bila na tem procesu, sem bila visoko v gorah, na 1300 metrov.
During this process, I was high up in the mountains at an altitude of 1,300 meters.
In pravzaprav sem ležala med stoletnimi smrekami.
And I was lying amongst spruce trees, which were hundreds of years old.
In še predno sem se sploh zavedla, da ne potrebujem hrane, sem se znašla v Tibetu. Potem med raznimi kulturami, s katerimi sem morala imeti kontakt, da bi lažje razumela, kaj se dogaja.
And so before this process could finish, I found myself in Tibet already, even though the process was still not completed, and Himalayas among the Tibetan refugees. And then further on, I also visited many other peoples of the world, which I had to meet in order to become aware of everything that I knew.
Morala med severnoameriške Indijance, pa med južnoameriške Maje.
So I was guided to visit North American Indians, Mexican Mayans, for example, Aborigines of Australia,
balijsko kulturo,
Balinese people, Balinese culture,
Havaje, sibirske šamane, Egipt.
Hawaii, Siberian shamans, Egypt.
Zakaj? Zato, ker v teh kulturah sem se srečevala z ljudmi, ki so tudi bili sposobni vsaj za kratko živeti s kozmično hrano.
So why had this happened? Because I needed to meet people who had an experience of being nourished by cosmic food.
Ko sem recimo našla lamo, ki je živel v jami, v Himalaju.
So for example, I found a lama who lived in the Himalayas in a cave.
In sva si delila izkušnje.
And we shared our experiences.
Prav tako sem našla ljudi med sončni ples severnoameriških Indijancev je 4 dni brez hrane in brez tekočine.
So in North America, the Native Americans have sun dance in which they don't eat and drink for 4 days.
Balijski svečeniki grejo za 2-3 dni v poseben proces, ko se zavijajo tako kot mumija in se ne smejo premakniti. Sami svečeniki, s katerimi sem sodelovala, so mi pripovedovali o tej izkušnji.
Balinese priests, for example, go to a 2 or 3 day process in which they wrap themselves up like mummies and they cannot move. And Balinese priests themselves were telling me about this experience.
Brahma priests mora iti skozi tak proces.
Every Brahman priest needs to take this process.
Skratka, počasi sem pravzaprav dojela, da je to zelo zanimivo, še zlasti, ker se je pogled, kvantni skok zavesti je bil tako velikanski in vse v življenju se je spreminjalo ne mesečno, ampak tedensko.
This simply had to happen because there was such a great quantum leap in my consciousness that things were changing by the week.
Yes. Ne samo na mesece. To konstantno se spreminja in vidiš v bistvu, kako pravzaprav v tem procesu jezdiš, si v toku.
Everything is changing constantly and you see how in this process you're actually riding on a flow, you are in a current, in a flow.
In ko sem čez pol leta si rekla, pa kdo mi je rekel, da ne smem jesti?
And after 6 months, after half a year, I told to myself, who said that I was not supposed to eat, that I should not eat? Who said this?
In potem sem vzela en majhen lonček figove marmelade in pojedla nekaj žlic.
And
Da testiram samo sebe.
then I took a couple of spoons of fig jam to test myself, to see what will happen.
Jaz sem mislila, da umrem.
And I thought I would die from nausea.
Ker je bilo to enostavno pretežko, bruhala sem, skratka, teklo mi je iz oči, iz nosa, vse, kar je bilo možno.
The food was simply too heavy. I vomited, water was running from my nose and my eyes.
Osebno mislim, da ko se zavest razširja, ko te začne napajati s kozmično energijo, ni več šanse, ni več poti nazaj.
I personally think that when cosmos starts feeding you, there is no way back.
Ne moreš več prestopati na fizično hrano, ker je to tako, kot če bi kuril neko peč, ki je na plin, pa bi dal pa v plinsko peč drva.
You can't go back to solid food because this would be like putting wood into a stove which heats on gas.
Yes.
Enostavno je pretežko. Skratka, odločiti se moramo, a smo to ali ono. Če občasno jemo, nas to vleče nazaj.
The food is too heavy. We simply have to decide whether we're here or there. And if we are eating, if we do eat, this pulls us back.
Probala sem še enkrat za rojstni dan, ko sem letela iz Brazilije in sem si želela miru, 7 dni sem morala čakati, 7 ur sem morala čakati na letališču.
When I was flying back from Brazil, I had to wait for 7 hours on airport. Yeah.
In sem rekla, si bom pa naročila juho, da bom lahko v restauraciji in popisala vse svoje izkušnje.
And I said, okay, I will go to a restaurant so that I can write down all the information, all my experiences, and I will order a soup.
Jedva sem preživela let, ker mi je bilo tako slabo.
I hardly survived the flight. I had such a nausea.
Ker dejansko telo se odvadi, vse je strup, še težka emocija je strašen strup.
The body is not used anymore to food. Everything is poison. Even a heavy emotion is poison.
Ko pa me je leta 2012, spet avgusta imam malo časa zase, pičila strupena kača, sem videla efekt v bistvu te osebne energijske moči.
When in August 2012 I was bitten by a snake, by a poisonous snake, I saw how strong is the power of my energy.
Ker v 13 dneh sem v bistvu pregnetla ta strup in 13. dan sem vstala in začela hoditi, medtem sem 13 dni ležala.
I digested this poison for 13 days. This process of healing lasted 13 days, and I was lying for 13 days, but then I recovered then.
No antidote.
Okay?
Brez protistrupa.
Brez protistrupa, ja.
I took no antidotes.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Did you have any problems in the physical body while you were transitioning from solid food to prana? For example, did you feel weak, or did you feel cold, or did you feel ungrounded in this time until the body was getting used to pranic nourishment, or it was all smooth and natural?
Vse je šlo tako lepo spontano. Res je, da sem rabila nekaj let, kakšno majčko več kot drugi, ker me je zeblo.
Everything went very smoothly and spontaneously. I needed to put on more clothes, perhaps a t-shirt more than other people, because I was really cold. I felt cold.
Yes, I feel cold.
Dejansko se je vse odvijalo samo po sebi, brez prošenj, in še danes je tako, ne naprošam, enostavno je.
Everything happened spontaneously without my asking or my wishes, my prayers, and this is how it is today.
Yes.
I do not make supplications.
In spremembe so bile velikanske.
And changes were enormous.
Še posebej v zavedanju.
Especially in my awareness.
V videnju stvari, ki jih prej nisem videla.
I saw things which I did not see before.
Pa ne gre za energijska polja, za to, kaj se dogaja v ljudeh ali okoli mene.
I saw energy fields, I saw what was happening within people around me and around me.
Ustvarjalnost pa se je povečala, dobro, že zmeraj sem bila zelo aktivna, ampak ustvarjalnost se je neverjetno povečala.
My creativity increased immensely.
Tako da danes delam za 5-6 ljudi.
So today I work for 5 or 6 people.
In par ur več ni potrebno, pa še tistih par ur pogosto zdravim.
I sleep but a few hours per night, and even during those few hours, I most often heal.
Yes.
In ta ustvarjalnost, o kateri sem slišala, da zaznavajo tudi drugi, ki so šli na ta način življenja, se seveda po mojem pri vsakemu drugače vzpostavlja.
I heard that other people also who went to this pranic lifestyle, they also experience this type of creativity, but this creativity is established within each person in a different way.
Meni se še posebej poznalo pri pisanju, kanalizirano pisanje, kanalizirano muziciranje.
To me, creativity was demonstrated through my writing, through my performing music. I did it in a channeled way.
In še posebej pri zdravljenju, kajti energije, ki so prihajale, so delale čudeže.
And this was also demonstrated when I was healing, because the energy which came down did miracles, performed miracles.
In ljudje, ki so odpisani, za katere medicina nima zdravila, so ozdraveli.
And people who were written off by the medical science got better. They were cured, healed.
In 2005 se je rodila kozmična kirurgija.
And in 2005, cosmic surgery emerged, was born.
Yes.
Ja. V letih predtem sem zgolj po slučaju se srečala z filipinskimi kirurgi, z Janezom od Boga, pa s filipinskimi kirurgi. In tisti moment, ko sem videla, kaj delajo, mi je postalo jasno, da je to tudi moje, da bom morala tudi jaz to početi, samo ne na ta način.
Before 2005, I met with Filipino cosmic surgeons, with John of God as well.
In Brazil.
In Brazil. And at the moment when I saw what they were doing, I felt that this was so very mine, and that I was also I'm going to do this as well, but in a different way.
With sound, z zvokom in z energijo, ne pa na ta krvavi način.
Not in this bloody way, but through sound and energy.
Na prvem obisku leta 2000 pri Janezu od Boga smo imeli še posebno doživetje skupaj z njegovimi najbližjimi sodelavci.
During my first visit to John of God, I had a special experience with his assistants, with his co-workers.
In sicer skupaj smo šli čez tako imenovani kozmični most.
Together we went through a cosmic bridge.
Ko mi je Joao rekel, ja, veš, jutri, čez 2 dni moraš priti tja pa tja ob polnoči in svetilko imej se s seboj, pojma nisem imela, o čem mi govori, kaj je treba, in malo pred polnočjo.
And Joao simply one day told me that I need to be at a certain location there and there at midnight. I did not know what was supposed to happen.
With light.
With flashlights, with lamps.
Ja, in potem malo pred polnočjo vstanem in grem proti temu mestu sredi džungle.
So I woke up before midnight and I went to this place in the middle of a jungle.
In tam srečam njegove sodelavce, 4 smo bili.
And there I met his colleagues. We were 4 of us. There was 4 of us all together.
In že skozi smo čutili neverjetno resonanco.
And we felt immense resonance between us all the time.
In Belinda je dobila v bistvu napotke, kam nas mora peljati.
Belinda had the instructions where should we go.
Ampak se je v džungli izgubila, to je bilo neprehodna džungla.
But we got lost. This was an impenetrable jungle.
Imeli smo samo lučke v roki in plezali po skalah, po rdeči zemlji, bregovih.
We climbed rocks, hills, red soil, and we only had flashlights or lamps.
In potem, ko sem videla, da Belinda ne ve, kam iti, sem rekla, dovolj mi, da za zvočnim rentgenom najdem, kam moramo iti.
And when I saw that Belinda did not know where to take us, I said, please allow me to find out where should we go with my sound X-ray test.
In tako smo našli dejansko prostor sredi noči, ker smo opravili poseben obred kozmičnega mostu povezovanja Zemlje s kozmosom za Brazilijo.
So this is how, through my sound X-ray test, we found a location where we opened a bridge, a cosmic portal, which is of special importance for Brazil.
In to je bila posebna izkušnja, o kateri smo govorili še leta. Kmalu zatem sem začela odpirati kozmične mostove za posamezne dežele, da se zgodi boljše življenje.
Years later, or soon after this cosmic bridge, I started opening other bridges in other countries to
Also in my country.
also in Slovenia, to improve life, to allow a better life.
Ko deželo povežeš z kozmičnim virom, se seveda dobrobiti tega vira začnejo spuščati na Zemljo.
When you connect a land, a country with the cosmic source, the benefits from the cosmic source start coming down.
Ko smo odprli te mostove po vsem Balkanu, pa od Havajev do Filipinov.
So we have opened bridges across the Balkans, also in Hawaii and the Philippines.
Od Havajev do Filipinov.
So on Bali.
Yes, this is something very beautiful, and this is also happening during the Pranic festivals. I've seen a lot of portals opening and then connecting to each other. So it's a beautiful world to be in.
Ne vem, če je to isto, kajti lahko da je.
I don't know if this is the same thing. It might be, but I don't know.
Odpiranje kozmičnega mostu je v bistvu zelo močna, verjamem, da je tudi to, ampak je zelo posebna izkušnja, v kateri moraš pravzaprav dati sebe celega.
Because the opening of a bridge is a very special and strong experience in which you have to give your entire self.
Prepričana sem, da to vsak, ki je izkusil to povezavo s kozmosom, na nek način zmore.
I am sure that each person who has experienced a contact with the cosmos can do this.
Ja. In mislim, da je treba počasi odpreti to Zemljo v širše polje.
And I think that slowly we need to open this earth to a wider field.
V to polje, ki kreira življenje na Zemlji.
To this field which creates life on earth.
Da napravimo resonanco.
We need to make a resonance.
Zato tudi tehnika, ki sem jo razvila in jo danes poučujem, imenujem kozmična resonanca.
And this is why I call this technique that I developed, this is why I call this technique cosmic resonance.
Ker človek preteklosti, koliko sem se naučila iz starih modrosti,
because people of the past, this is at least what I have learned from the peoples living in the past, so se sigurno znali povezovati in to je bila njihova najpomembnejša naloga. Mi to ponovno obujamo. So these people certainly knew how to connect, and this was their most important task, and now we are reviving this.
In mislim, da je to zelo pomembno delovanje, pravzaprav je to služenje.
I think this is a very important work we are doing. This is a service. This is serving, actually.
Yes. Vem pa, da je med tistimi, ki se deklarirajo tudi za tako imenovane pranojedce, tudi veliko takih, ki se ne hranijo s kozmično energijo.
But I know that amongst those who declare themselves to be Brazilians, there are many who are not fed by cosmic energy.
Zato bi morda uporabila priliko samo, da apeliram, da se pač tisti, ki nimajo ki se niso še odprli temu polju, da tega ne počnejo, ker s tem zapirajo polje.
So I would use this occasion to say that everyone who did not make this connection should not say they do, because in this way they are closing the field.
In v bistvu postane samo to prevajanje postaja moteno.
And in this way, this flow, this channeling becomes disturbed, interrupted.
In še eno stvar bi morda rekla, čeprav bi lahko govorila o samih izkušnjah o prani, končujem zdaj nekako tudi knjigo o tem, čeprav je del tega že napisanega, ampak samo v slovenskem jeziku.
I could talk about my pranic experiences for hours on end, and I'm currently finishing a book about cosmic pranic nourishment, but this is only in Slovene language.
Ana bo prevedla.
I will translate.
Thank you very much.
Da je treba pri samemu, kdor se prihranjuje na ta način, naj pazi, da ne prestopi meje.
So I say that the one who is being fed in this way,
Pranic, yes.
should make sure that he does not cross the boundary. He should not cross the boundary.
I was going to ask about this. Thank you for bringing it up. Do you think we could be like hybrid cars, using both fuels at the same time?
No.
So, what I mean is for a certain amount of time you're being on prana, and then your body switches back a little to soup or fruits, and then fully on prana again, and then back. Because I've met people who are like this, and my experience of that is as well.
I know, but I think, v prvih letih prilagajanja je recimo blaga juha vegetarijanska še možna, čez nekaj let, če se telo razvija, če se zavest razvija, vse leti ven.
During the first years of adapting, maybe a clear, gentle soup, vegetable soup would be okay, but after a few years, when the body and the consciousness develops, this is not possible any longer.
Kajti telo se razvija, postajamo vse bolj senzibilni, tudi naša čutnost je vedno boljša.
We are becoming increasingly sensitive, and even our senses are keener.
In telo se enostavno odvaja od tega goriva.
And the body is not used to this fuel anymore.
Dokler jeste, morate tudi piti. Če nehate v bistvu s tem, počasi letijo ven stvari, tudi te, recimo juha, čaj, nekje na koncu tudi lahko spustite ven tekočino.
So until you eat, you also have to drink. But in the end, somewhere at the end of your journey, you might also abandon liquid.
Liquid, yes.
Lahko zaživite brez tega. In jaz vidim tudi, ko delam ali kakorkoli, ne rabim tekočine.
And I see it in myself. When I'm working, I do not need any liquids.
Vedno manj, mogoče kdaj pa kdaj kot podporo popijem kakšen požirek.
I drink only a sip or two of liquid every now and then if I feel that I need it.
Samo takrat, ko prestopim meje.
Only then when I cross the boundaries, when I go beyond my
ko delam preveč,
when I work too much.
Yes.
Ko delam preveč, ko sem preveč fizično utrujena, takrat telo pokliče, da naredim PR požirkov, ki pa so mi zdaj že odvratni.
Only when I'm physically tired, too much tired, my body calls for a couple of sips. But now I cannot stand those sips.
Ampak to je utrujenost po 20 urah dela, ne?
But this is a fatigue which comes after 20 hours of work.
In jaz mislim, da bi bilo zelo dobro, dejansko, mislim, da najbolj pomembno, tudi zato, da človek lahko preide na tako prehranjevanje, je očiščevanje emocij in pa predvsem širjenje zavesti.
But for people to be able to move to this pranic nourishment, to this style of living, cleansing emotions is the most important.
In
Cleansing
razširjanje
emotions
zavesti.
and expanding consciousness.
In s tem širjenjem zavesti se spreminja tudi gorivo, ki ga človek potrebuje.
And as our consciousness expands, so does the fuel our body needs. It also changes. The
It
fuel
becomes
also changes
Yes.
through our expansion of consciousness.
Potrebujemo vedno bolj fino gorivo.
We need more and more refined fuel.
In na koncu smo samo na kozmičnem gorivu.
And at the end, we are only fed by cosmic fuel.
Če občasno jemo, je tako, kot da bi šli 2 koraka naprej, pa gremo spet nazaj, pa naprej, pa nazaj.
But if we eat occasionally, this is like taking 2 steps forward and then going 1 step back and then 2 steps forward.
Ali pa 2 naprej, pa 2 nazaj.
Or 2 steps forward and 2 backwards.
Okay.
Ja, tako da se ne more premakniti, no.
There
Yeah.
can't be any shift, any move on.
Pa
Yeah.
je škoda.
But it's a pity.
I would share something from my experience and from the experience of other people I've interviewed. But this is more like a personal question. What happens to me is I have days when I can't take any physical food. It will literally hurt my throat if I tried, because the energy that comes is very high and very pure in some way. And I can't swallow anything, any solid food at all, or sometimes not drinking. And especially when I work with people or when I take retreats by myself and go into solitude and silence. And there are also days when I can take some solid, very light food, for example, fruits or soups, but I have to I am told exactly what to take. For example, weird things like take a bit of I don't know. I don't have an example now, but a miso cube or a miso soup or something. But I have to transmute it before swallowing, and my body doesn't feel the difference between the 2 states. It's like the food is going somewhere else.
I feel it because I tried also with vegetarian food, vegetarian soup. Sorry. Sem poskusila, nekaj časa sem rabila predvsem sol. Sol prizemljuje.
For some time, I needed salt.
Prva leta, ne samo.
During the first years, I needed salt because
Me
salt
too.
to ground it.
Me too.
In tako sem pila te lahke vegetarijanske juhe.
And so I was drinking these light vegetable soups.
Potem se
vegetarian soups.
mi je telo totalno uprl, enostavno se je to zgodilo, ker sem videla, da kljub temu se s tem v bistvu vlečem nazaj.
But my body then refused to take this, and then I also realized that I'm pulling myself back if I'm ingesting this.
V času, ko sem potrebovala, verjetno je bilo dobro, toda kljub temu me je omejevalo.
At the time when I needed this suited me, these vegetable soups, but it nevertheless was limiting me.
Yes, exactly.
Ja, tako da v bistvu, kljub temu sem zdaj že 18 leto na Prani, vidim ta proces, kako se odvija, in v začetku, če mogoče kakšno leto ali kakorkoli, pa že takrat, je težko. Če imaš res, najboljše je iti na tekočine, vegetarijanske juhe, kaj takega, ne pa na trdno hrano. Ne da je Bože nazaj na meso.
I've been on prana now for 18 years now, and I can now see how the process unfolded. During the first years, you maybe treat yourself to a clear vegetable soup or so, but only then, but only these light vegetable soups, not, God forbid, not meat.
Ker je enostavno prevelik šok, ne?
This is a shock for the body, exactly, of
Na
course.
začetku tudi včasih sem si privoščila razredčen 100% sadni sok.
Sometimes I took 100% fruit juice, diluted juice.
To govorim delč nazaj.
But at the beginning,
Yes.
far back.
Potem sem začutila, da je tudi ta sok kot kamen.
But afterwards, I came to feel that this juice was like stone in my stomach.
Ja. In poleg tega bi morda opozorila, da se dogajajo krize.
And I would also like to point out that there can be crisis.
v katerih lahko človek preveri, ali je pripravljen za to ali ni.
And during these crises, people can check whether they are really ready for this or not.
In sicer, že prva kriza nastane po 3 mesecih.
The first crisis occurs after a couple of months.
Potem čez 1 leto,
Then after a year,
čez 3 leta,
after 3 years,
čez 7 let,
7 years,
čez 10 let,
10 years,
čez 12 let.
12 years.
Če prebrodite 15 let, potem ste tam.
So if you're through 15 years, then you've made it.
So it's like it sounds encouraging.
Yeah.
I can. It's a time of recalibration and fine-tunement. Yes.
Da se fino tuning, da se
Ja,
usklajuje.
ker počasi, telo se mora počasi prilagajati, ker se dogaja tudi to, da v času, ko je bilo telo navajeno jesti, recimo ob enih, vas popade želja po okušanju.
The process goes slowly and gradually. It will also happen that for example, if your body was used to eating at 1 o'clock, at 1 o'clock you will get an enormous wish to eat food.
Ne to eat, za okušanje.
To taste,
To
not
taste.
to eat.
Taste something. Yeah.
This is in your, to je v
This
celicah.
is written in your cells.
Ja,
Like Pavlov dog.
Ja, tako Pavlove.
Ja. A ne, this is not the same, like Pavlov effect. To je v celicah in v spominu prejšnjih inkarnacij.
This is written in your cells and in the memory of your past incarnations.
Če ste bili navajeni jesti okrog 1-2, vas bo popadla ali lakota ali pa saj želja po okušanju.
And if you were used to eating at 1 o'clock, you will then get an enormous desire to eat or taste at least.
Naj vas potolažim, v bistvu stare misterične šole so bile dolge 20 let najmanj.
And may I comfort you that the ancient mystery schools lasted for 20 years, at least 20 years.
Pitagora
On prana, yes?
Everything about, vse kakoli že.
Everything, all the spiritual schooling, the mystery
V
schools.
kateri razširiš in spremeniš svojo zavest.
And in these mystery schools, you expand and change your consciousness.
And body.
And body as well.
Pitagora je šel 3-krat po 20 let na tak odmik totalni skozi misterično šolo Grčije, Egipta in Babilona.
Pythagoras went 3 times through such a training from mystery school. He took it 3 times, this mystery school, from Babylon to Egypt.
No, from Greece to Egypt to Babylon.
Yeah, from Greece to Egypt to Babylon.
In na
He took
koncu,
this training 3 times.
in na koncu, ko ste stari, končno uspete.
And at the end, when you're old, you've made it finally. When you're old.
Pitagora se je vrnil, ko je bil že star, praktično kot svečenik svečenikov. Vse izkušnje, ki jih dobimo v življenju, pravzaprav imajo svoj smisel.
So Pythagoras came back, he returned when he was wise and old,
Ja, 60 let star.
when he was 60 years old, when he was priest of the priests. So all the experiences you've had in your life have a meaning.
In treba to spoštovati. Mislim pa, da ni dobro, če se silimo z nečem, zato ker ne bi želeli jesti kakorkoli, ker si naredimo veliko škode.
But I think we should not force ourselves into something, because otherwise we can do much harm or much damage to ourselves.
Sploh pa, če to postane moda, tako kot v našem času.
And especially if this is a fashion fad, a fashion thing, especially in these today's times.
Jaz moram reči, da praktično 17 let nisem govorila o svojih izkušnjah prenojedstva.
I haven't talked about my pranic experiences for 17 years.
Zato, ker sem rekla, najprej moram izkusiti, kolikor se da na sebi, šele potem, ko res preučim to, kako je to, a je možno ali ni možno, kaj se dogaja, kakšni so procesi, kakšne so stopnje, lahko o tem govorimo.
Because I said I can't talk about this. At first, I need to experience and explore how is the process unfolding, what are the trials, what happens. Only then am I able to talk about this.
Kakšne so
Of
stopnje
course.
What are the
Like
levels, the
any spiritual.
stages of this
In
life.
verjamem, da se spreminja vse življenje in da to prenesemo kot dar tudi v naslednjega.
And this is changing constantly throughout our lives. And I believe that we also carry this possibility also on our next lives. Yeah, we carry this with us to our next life.
Some of us came with it from other as well.
Nekateri smo pa prišli z to sposobnostjo že sem.
Ja, se samo pri tistim se spet vzpostavi.
Yeah, and this lifestyle is restored only amongst those people who have had already such an
Vsi
experience.
ostali imajo probleme.
Others have problems,
In tudi če lahko pa se pomaknejo naprej,
or they can move a step further forward,
zato da se nekega dne to vzpostavi.
so that one day this possibility can be restored,
Ali pa nekega življenja.
or one life, let's
Ja.
say. Not one
In jaz
day.
mislim, da dejansko, če si blizu, potem se vse stvari dogajajo spontano.
And I think if you're close to this life, then things will happen spontaneously.
Če si to prinesel s seboj, potem ne bo problemov.
If you have brought this with you, there will be no problems.
Se bo zgodilo, ko se mora zgoditi, ampak verjetno so nas vsi starši pitali s hrano, ne, da smo
It will
zrasli.
happen when it needs to happen, but probably all our parents were feeding us with food, yeah, so that we could grow up. So that,
Well, they did.
Tako da v bistvu tisto, kar je najpomembno, je, da marsikaj za to sposobnost je, da se odučimo. To nas pa podučujejo izkušnje v življenju.
so we need to unlearn, to de-learn many a thing, and experiences in our life actually teach us about how to do it, yeah,
Ja, or when to do it.
or when.
When exactly?
Ja, where and how.
What do you think about immortality versus pranic living? I know you've been passionate about the Vedic schools, the yogic traditions. We see China in your experience as well. So immortality is like a byproduct of this. What's your opinion on that?
Ko sem šla na ta proces, sem bila vprašana, če želim nesmrtno, sem rekla ne hvala.
When I started this process, I was asked whether I wanted immortality, and I said no, thank you.
In vse zgodbe tega planeta govorijo, da je to nesmiselno.
And all the tales of this planet speak of immortality being senseless, nonsensical.
Predstavljajte si, vse zgine iz vašega življenja, pa se imamo to v vseh pravljicah in v vseh legendah.
Just imagine everything disappears from your life, and all the tales, all the legends and fairy tales speak about this.
Dragi moji, če se zavedate življenja z drugih planetov, potem vam je tukaj težko in si želite nazaj.
If you are aware of your lives on other planets, then it is difficult for you to live on this planet, and throughout your life you will want to go back.
Jaz si želim, v teh letih, imam čez 60 let, si želim čim prej nazaj.
I want to go back as soon as possible. I'm over 60 and I want to go back.
Ker mislim, da smo počasi odslužila svojo služenje.
Because I think that I have slowly served my mission, and it's coming to an end.
Ja, in ker se spomnim vseh svojih reinkarnacij in ker se spomnim vseh življenj na drugih planetih in kje in kaj in kako, potem je življenje na planetu Zemlja zna biti lepo, ampak tudi dostikrat težko, ker si takšen, kakršen si sam, relativno sam, oziroma te težko razumejo.
I remember all my previous incarnations, and I also remember all my lives on other planets. And living here can be joyful, but the way you are alone, and other people have difficulties understanding you.
Še posebej, ker vsi, ki smo prišli sem, moramo delati pionirska dela.
Because everyone who has come here
S temi sposobnostmi.
with these abilities has to perform pioneer work.
ki pa so seveda pogosto ovirana na slepi črti.
And pioneering work is hindered and full of all obstacles everywhere.
V svojem življenju sem naredila 33 duhovnih revolucij.
I've carried out 33 spiritual revolutions in my life.
33 je število, božansko število in mislim, da je bo dovolj počasi.
33 is a divine number, and I think this is now enough.
Se pa silno veselim. Ja. In kar vidim v bistvu med svojimi učenci, me pa veseli njihov razvoj in vem, da bojo to, kar sem prišla učiti na ta planet, ponesli naprej.
But I am delighted to see that my students, when I see my students, I know that they will carry on the teaching I have taught them, and the teaching that for which I came to this planet. They will carry it on.
Prav tako moj sin, ki je moj naslednik, ki je od malega pravzaprav srkal te modrosti vase.
Including my son, who will be my successor, who was immersed in all these experiences since his early age.
Tisto, kar me v tem trenutku še posebej veseli, ali pa mislim, da je zelo pomembno, je, da se človek nauči prenesti večnost v trenutnost.
It is very important for people to learn how to transmit eternity into the current moment.
In obratno.
And vice versa.
To trenutnost v večnosti. Ko povežemo vse to, smo onkraj.
And vice versa, the current moment in the eternity. When we connect these two, we are beyond.
Onkraj, in ta svet onkraj mene trenutno bolj zanima kot tukaj.
And I'm currently more interested in this world beyond than this world here.
Zato, ker iz onostranstva lahko bolj pomagam zemlji skoraj kot zdaj tukaj.
Because from beyond I am able to help Earth much more than when I'm here.
Toliko sem izkusila to onostranstvo, da je to moje polje, moje igrišče.
I've had so many experiences of this beyond that this is my field, my playground.
Yes. In da se mi zdi, da to prestopanje od tu tja, to je najprej vaja, potem pa se odločiš pravzaprav, kje boš.
So this moving to and fro from here to beyond, this is only an exercise, a practice, and then slowly you decide where you will be.
In ko je čas, začutiš, kdaj si končal neko lekcijo na nekem planetu in se premakneš drugam.
And when the time comes, you feel when you have finished your lessons on one planet, and when the time has come for you to move on to another planet.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, our message here is that the fun has just begun on this planet, because now we're all getting together, and if until now you've all been, alone in your own country or maybe community doing this pioneering work individually, now we're getting together and it's like a family party. So it's
Tatiana, how old are you?
Oh yes, I'm 34. I know what you mean.
Ko sem jaz imela toliko let, sem tudi savna, zdaj pa čutim po 60, da se končuje moje poučevanje tukaj.
When I was your age, I also felt very enthusiastic, but now at my age, I feel that my teaching here is slowly coming to an end.
Ko sem bila stara 50 let, sem se zjokala od ganjenosti, kajti niti en dogodek, niti ena izkušnja ne bi smela manjkati, sem se zavedla.
When I was 50, I cried because I was touched from realizing that not a single experience should be missing in my life. Everything, all the experiences had sense.
In zavedla sem se vodstva vodenja, ki te vodi, zdaj delaj to, zdaj ono, zdaj pridi, zdaj pojdi.
I became aware of the guidance I had, which told me, go there, do this.
Zdaj naredi to, zdaj pridi, zdaj pojdi.
So now you go, now you come, do this and do that.
Ko sem bila, ne vem, koliko sem bila stara, mislim, da okoli 40 let, ko sem zelo jasno in zavestno vzpostavljala ne več, njenih let, ko sem jasno vzpostavljala stik s svojim lastnim vodstvom.
I was about your age when I was consciously and clearly establishing a contact with my inner guidance.
In telepatski pogovor s mojim vodstvom je tekel takole. Vprašala sem, kdo si?
And this was the conversation between me and my spiritual guidance. I asked, who are you?
In vodnik mi je rekel, ni važno. Sem rekla, kako ti je ime? Ni važno.
And the guide said, it's not important. And I asked, what's your name? It said, it's not important.
In sem, dobro, pa zakaj si tukaj?
And then I asked, okay, but why are you here then?
Zato, ker te ljubim.
Because I love you.
In ta energija ljubezni je tako močna, da sem bila 14 dni v zraku.
And this energy of love was so powerful that it kept me in the air for 14 days.
In vsi pač, ki prihajamo, vsi imamo nek svoj timing. Jaz si tega nesmrtnosti ne želim, ampak se zavedam tega potovanja med svetovi.
We all have our own timing. Do you say this timing?
Yes.
Timing je na zemlji.
On earth, yeah. Our own rhythm on earth.
Kaj sem rekla?
Yeah, we all wish something.
Toda, v bistvu potujemo med svetovi.
But we are traveling between the worlds.
In podajamo, pravzaprav tako kot naši predniki nam, tudi mi podajamo naslednjim generacijam svoje izkušnje in svoje znanja.
And we are passing on our experiences and our knowledge to future generations, just like our ancestors did to us.
In zdaj bom podelila nekaj, kar vam ne bo všeč. Tole vam ni bilo, ampak vseeno.
I will now share with you something which you will not like. You did not like this, but there is something more.
Namreč v kozmosu se dogajajo velike spremembe. Kot kozmična telepatinja jih zaznavam. Vem, kdaj bo zvezda eksplodirala, vem, kdaj se bo zgodil nek vpliv na Zemljo. V glavnem, v vesolju je drama.
There are great changes happening in the universe.
We don't hear you. I'm sorry, we lost connection. Can you please repeat?
Okay, yeah. There are great changes. Do you hear me now?
Yes, now, yes.
There are great changes happening in the universe right
Drama.
now. There is a drama going on. Being a cosmic telepath, I can feel what is happening there. I can feel when a star explodes, for example.
In to, predno bo eksplodirala,
And I can feel this, that I can feel that a star is about to explode even months before it really happens.
Many months.
Several months.
Many months.
Several months. In včasih smo poklicani na drugo delo.
And sometimes we are called to work something else.
Zato, ker se v kozmosu dogajajo stvari, ki bojo se pravi vplivale tudi na Zemljo.
Because there are things happening in the cosmos which will affect the earth too.
Trenutno delam na kozmičnih ravneh po noči, ko bom poklicana, bom morala iti.
I am currently working on cosmic planes during the night. But when I will be called, I will have to go.
Yeah, we totally understand.
In to služenje, mislim, na službo tja.
To serve there.
Skozi prenojedstvo, skozi vegetarijanstvo, pravzaprav se zavedate, da niste več povsem gospodari svojega življenja.
So through breatharianism, you become aware that you're actually not the masters of your life.
Totally.
I know, we know, yes.
No, because you must listen. Moraš poslušati višjo silo.
You have to listen to the higher force.
To pravi univerzalno inteligenco.
The universal intelligence.
In zaradi tega poseganja v naše življenje se v našem življenju dogaja marsikaj.
And because the cosmic intelligence interferes with our lives, many things happen in
tudi
our lives.
Tudi take, ki si jih ne želite.
Even things which we might perhaps not want.
Svobodna volja pravzaprav v veliki meri izgine.
Free will disappears to a great extent.
In enostavno se začnejo dogajati stvari, ki so za človeštvo, ne pa za vas.
And things start happening, things which are for the humanity, not for you.
Najlepša služba na tem planetu, ki pa je lahko tudi težka.
This is the best job on Earth, on this planet, which
Yeah.
can also be difficult.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Še zlasti, kadar vam zaradi vašega učenja univerzalna inteligenca iz vašega življenja vzame vam, drage osebe.
Especially when, for the sake of your own learning, the universal intelligence takes away those who are your dear ones, those who are dear to you.
Zaradi tega, ker morate delovati kolikor se da 100% in pa dokaj v osami, ki ni osamljenost.
It happens because you have to work in an isolation, in a loneliness, which is not actually loneliness, and because you have to work 100% here.
Tako da izbire ni, vsakdo ne premisle, če si res to želi.
There is no choice, you cannot make a choice, but so everyone should reflect whether they really want this or not.
This is my message.
Yes. So please just repeat the last. Everyone should reflect.
Everyone should reflect whether they really want this or not.
Okay, thank you.
Ker dejansko si v službi višje sile, vse tisto, kar imajo drugi, običajno v življenju zgine.
Because you only serve for the higher will, to the higher will. So everything what others have in their lives, this disappears.
Zato tisti, ki morda še niso pripravljeni, kljub temu naj premislijo, ali si to res želijo, saj stvari grejo skozi čez življenje, pa vendar je vredno premisleka.
So those who are still not ready should think whether they're really ready for it or not.
Vse se dogaja sicer skozi življenje, postopoma, ampak konec koncev, ko enkrat stopimo na te tekoče stopnice, nas potegne navzgor.
So things happen spontaneously in our lives and gradually, but once we get on this escalator, there is no exit.
There's no stop.
It's higher and higher.
Če bi mi kdo rekel pri 30, da bom počela to, kar bom, od pisanja do igranja, do kirurgije, do tega, da ne bom jedla, do ne vem česa, bi rekla, da je nor.
If someone would have told me at the age of 30 that I would be doing all of this, writing, teaching, cosmic surgery, breatharianism,
On this way.
In this way that I do, I would say, oh, you're crazy.
Počasi pride tisto in dobro je tudi, da ne vemo, kaj pride.
Things come slowly, and it is good that we do not know what will come, what is coming.
Kajti, ko pride, moramo biti zreli za to.
Because when it comes, we have to be mature enough for this.
Yes.
In order to accept it.
To accept it, your job.
If we knew earlier, we would probably say no.
Ja, ali pa bi nas uničilo,
Or it would destroy us.
Zato tudi recimo ne zagovarjam regresije. Spontana regresija v prejšnjem življenju se mora zgoditi spontano.
So this is also why I'm not a proponent, an advocate of regressions.
Exactly.
Regressions need to develop spontaneously.
Ja, moraš imeti zavest, ki to zmore.
You need to have a consciousness which is able to handle this.
Drugače imaš več problemov, kot koristi.
Otherwise, you can have more problems than benefits.
In ko ste zreli, dobite vse.
And when you are mature enough, you get everything.
Life is so wonderful.
It's true. Everything is so true, and we thank you. Because we're coming towards, 1 hour and a half, I was thinking, can you share us the most impacting experience of sound healing? Because we know you do healing with sound, and we're very interested in that. We are aware of the power of sound and how it can shift. Literally, sound can shift matter. Yes?
Yeah, everything, vse je zvok.
Everything is sound.
Zvok je duša univerzuma.
Pythagoras said that sound is the soul of the universe.
Od valovne dolžine posameznih frekvenc je odvisno, kaj je to. A je to materija ali to duh ali še kaj bolj subtilnega?
It depends on the wavelength of a certain frequency. What will this be? Will this be a solid matter or something else?
Or spirit
Or
or
spirit.
something more soft.
Or something more refined?
Ja.
Softer.
In v bistvu zvok je pravzaprav medij med fizičnim in med izvornim.
And sound is a medium between the physical world and the source.
Light world. Yeah.
Tako kot aura.
Like aura is.
Samo vse stare tradicije so poznale zvok kot v vsaj 5 oblikah. Mi, belci, Evropejci, kakorkoli poznamo samo slišni zvok.
All ancient traditions had or knew 5 types of sound. We, the Westerners, know only one sound, physical one.
Oni poznajo tudi zvok misli, zvok čustev, slišni, neslišni. In
they know the sound of emotions, of thoughts, of energy.
Ja, skratka,
they know audible and inaudible sound.
In ta inaudible cosmical sound is the most important sound. Sorry.
I'm getting lost.
Because of energies. V glavnem, kozmična kirurgija, ki se vzpostavlja, tudi to nisem ne naprosila, ne nič se vzpostavila sama, ker se je pač morala, pomeni prevajanje visokofrekvenčnega valovanja v svet ljudi.
And cosmic surgery means transmission of cosmic waves onto the earth for people. And I also did not ask for cosmic surgery, it just happened.
To so visoke frekvence, ki lahko tako napojijo, kot tudi razgradijo, kar ni dobro.
These are high frequencies which can nourish or they can destroy and dissolve what is not good.
Verjamem, da so kozmično kirurgijo, kot pravi, kozmično zvočno energijsko kirurgijo poznali daleč v preteklosti.
I believe that cosmic sound energy surgery was known in a remote past.
In to na vseh celinah.
On all continents.
Potem se je to izgubilo, še zlasti s krščanstvom.
Then this knowledge, the surgery was lost, especially when Christianity came.
Zato, ker so se vse stare modrosti pravzaprav nekako izgnale iz zavesti ljudi.
Because all ancient knowledge was expelled, was banished from the consciousness of people.
Poznane so samo še v Braziliji pa na Filipinih.
They know this possibility only now, today, only in the Philippines and in Brazil.
Skratka, v tej kirurgiji postaneš posoda, medij, prevajalec.
So during this surgery, you become a vessel, a bowl, a medium, a tool, a translator.
In te frekvence prihajajo za ljudi, ki so prisotni.
And these frequencies descend for the people who are present.
In sicer v zvočni obliki ali v energijski obliki.
They come in the form of sound or in the form of energy.
Ki je zaznavna ali pa ne.
Which can be perceptible or not.
Toda to naredi v telesih ljudi tisto, kar potrebujejo.
But this energy carries out within people that which they need.
Kozmična kirurgija je vezana skozi čas in prostor.
The cosmic surgery is connected through time and space.
In kozmični kirurgi se povezujemo z izredno oddaljeno preteklostjo in tudi s prihodnostjo, z našo galaksijo in drugimi galaksijami.
So cosmic surgeons connect to the past, to the present, and to this planet and
with
to other
planets,
with the future, and to also with other planets and with other galaxies.
Zato je nujen trans.
This is why a state of trance is crucial.
Se zaustavi, da ne moti procesa.
The mind stops, not to prevent interfering in the process.
Zato, ker čim je misel prisotna, te vibracije ne morejo nemoteno dotekati v naš fizični svet.
Because if there is a thought present, the information, the frequencies cannot descend into our world.
Zato je to ustavljanje uma prvi pogoj.
This is why stopping your mind is the first condition.
Povezovanje v brezmejnost in brezčasje je druga nuja.
Connecting with timelessness and spacelessness is another condition.
Tretja je, da popolnoma odpreš sam sebe temu služenju, da odpreš srce temu služenju.
The third condition is to open yourself, your heart, totally, completely, fully to this service.
Kozmične kirurgije se ne da naučiti, zato si izbran.
Cosmic surgery cannot be taught, cannot be learned. You have to be chosen for it,
Pa če hočeš ali pa ne.
whether you want it or not.
In tako se je dogajalo skozi tisočletja zemeljske zgodovine in najverjetneje se bo še naprej.
This was so throughout the thousands of years of human history, and probably this is how it will be in the future as well.
Tukaj se srečamo kirurgi med sabo z celega planeta in imamo povezavo s tako oddaljenimi kulturami, kot so Atlantida in Lemurija.
Yeah.
And we, the surgeons of this planet, connect, and we also have a connection to distant civilizations such as Lemuria and Atlantis.
Yes.
In filipinski kirurgi še vedno, predno začnejo operirati, se zavestno povežejo s tem brezčasjem ali mitom popolnosti.
And still today, Filipino surgeons, they still today connect, before they start working, they connect to the timelessness and to this myth of timelessness to Atlantis.
Tako se naša, v bistvu na ta način v kozmični zvočno-energijski kirurgiji pravzaprav človek postane brezčasen, preseže svoje zamejitve.
So in this cosmic sound energy surgery, humans become timeless. They transcend their limitations of time and space.
Time. Yes.
And in physical body also.
Yes.
This is so.
Thank you for explaining this to us. Our last question is, what was the most impacting experience of healing that you had with cosmic surgery? So give us one example of a healing that happened that was extraordinary.
V bistvu tega je sicer veliko, težko bi izbrala najbolj zanimivega. Morda,
there were many cases. It's hard to pick only one, the most interesting one.
Ampak največja radost je, ko recimo nek, ne vem, rakov bolnik v bistvu zaustavi z to kirurgijo, ko mu lahko zaustavim proces in da v bistvu ne zboli, ne umre.
But the most interesting case is when a person with cancer, through surgery, you can stop the process of cancer developing.
Yes.
And you also prevent that a person does not get unwell.
Ko so recimo bolezni, ki veljajo za neozdravljive, kot recimo otroška paraliza, ko jo zaustaviš in otrok shodi.
I've seen cases which were incurable according to the medical mindset. For example, when a child with paralysis starts walking.
Ja, ali pa se spomnim, ko je prišla deklica, vse organe je imela na napačnem mestu in po pol leta dela so se stvari uredile.
Or there also was a girl who had all her organs misplaced in her body. All her organs were at the wrong place. And after 6 months of working on her, all the organs were back into their place.
In moram reči, da ena taka posebno ganljiva izkušnja je bila, sicer vemo najprej to, da ni neozdravljivih bolezni, samo neozdravljivi ljudje.
We know that there are no incurable diseases, only incurable people.
It depends of their consciousness. In zdaj, ena taka zelo ganljiva je bila, ko sem zdravila enega majhnega fantiča, mislim, da je imel okoli 2 leti, ki je prišel z mamo in sta se igrala, jaz sem delala nadaljavo, brez kontakta in je igral se s kockami in kirurgija je tekla.
Once I was a little boy, 2-year-old boy came to my healing session and came to my house. He was playing with his toys on the floor. I was talking to his mother and I was working on him at a distance.
In ko je bila kirurgija končana, sta pa z mamo ostala in šla domov. Skratka, šla sta čez vrata.
Yeah, and when the surgery was over, they went back home. They went through the doors.
In naenkrat se dvoletno dete obrne proti meni in reče hvala.
And all of a sudden, this 2-year-old boy standing on the threshold, looks back to me and says, "Thank you."
2 leti star, kar pomeni, da je zaznal, kaj se dogaja.
He was 2 years old, and so he sensed what was being done.
In spomnim se čisto na začetku mojega tega zdravljenja, je sosedova hčerka, komaj rojena, imela srčno napako, hoteli so jo operirati, sem rekla, mami, dajva najprej probati.
At the beginning of my healing path, a neighbor's daughter had problems with her heart,
Ja, z zaklopkom.
with her heart valve. And then the doctors wanted to operate on her, but I said to her mother, let's try with my work at first.
Predno se odločijo za to,
Before you decide to take the
in vsakič, ko
operation.
sem prišla v bistvu do zibke, je dvignila roke.
And whenever I came to her cradle in which she was lying, she lifted her hands.
Ker je začutila prihod te energije in po 14 dneh je bila zdrava.
She raised her hands from the cradle because she sensed that this energy has arrived. And after 14 days, she was healthy.
In kar je bilo še posebej zanimivo, da je ta deklica postala, prej bila zavrta v razvoju.
And this girl was inhibited in her development at first.
In potem pa je potegnila svoj razvoj in pravzaprav prešišala vse svoje.
But then her development progressed at a rapid pace.
Great.
Ja, in je postala bolj razvita kot vsi njeni vrstniki.
And she became more developed than her peers.
Postala je pesnica.
She became a poet.
Pri 10 letih je začela pisati pesmi.
She started writing poems at the age of 10.
In danes je
Waldorf teacher.
Waldorfska učiteljica.
And today she is a Waldorf teacher.
And so on, and so on.
Maybe she had developed that condition. Maybe she had developed that condition only to get this initiation in her life.
Yeah, that's
Of course, pogosto rabimo te izkušnje. Se je pa tudi že zgodilo, da je prišel recimo deček ali pa deklica mimo in sem točno vedela, da je mogel priti samo mimo in je sprejel dar za svojo bodočo misijo.
Yes, we most often need those experiences, but it had also happened to me that a girl or a boy would simply pass by me, and I sensed very clearly that he or she simply needed an initiation or this energy. He needed this for his future mission.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Only by passing by.
Because this connection with people changed them.
Yeah, because this connection changes them.
Ja, ja, se razširi in to je tudi najbolj pomembno, tako da zaznavajo življenje širše.
So they start perceiving life in a more broad way, in a broader way, and their consciousness expands. Yeah.
In življenje lahko vidijo širše.
Yeah, and they can see their life in a more broader perspective.
Yes. So, thank you so much for sharing all this with us. It was an amazing sharing. We had again an experience of how limitless can be and how infinitely wide consciousness can be in this human body, and that we should not confine ourselves to the traditional or the limited way of perceiving the world, but instead expand our minds, expand our belief systems to allow limitlessness to be revealed to us. So thank you.
Eden največjih modrecev, Hermes Trismegistus, je napisal, je človek čudo.
Hermes Trismegistus,
Iz
one of
starega
the
Egipta.
from ancient Egypt, one of the greatest sages, wrote that man is a miracle.
Exactly.
It's true. In napisal je v svoji pesnitvi napisal ne to, kar pravzaprav naj bi se človek učil na zemlji, pa smo žal pozabili.
And he wrote in his poems what people should learn on this planet throughout their lives, but what we have unfortunately forgotten
In
this.
to je potovanje, meddimenzionalno potovanje na krilih zavesti.
And what we should be learning is how to travel this multidimensional journey on the wings of consciousness.
In imamo eno zelo zanimivo pravljico, ki pravi kralj, prinesite, povejte mi, kaj je najpomembnejše na tem planetu, kaj je najboljše in najpomembnejše na tem planetu.
And there is an interesting fairy tale in which a king says, tell me what is the most important and thing on the planet.
In najbolj čudežno.
And the most miraculous thing on the planet.
In samo en stari modrec je vedel povedati.
And there was only one old sage who knew the answer.
Da veste brez učenja.
To know without learning.
Direct knowledge, yes. Yeah. Yes, and we are honored to hear that and to hear that much more people know about this now and about these possibilities. And knowing that our mind knows nothing is the most important step into direct knowledge, actually.
Ko se popolnoma odpre, to samo teče.
When you're completely open, things simply start flowing.
You don't need to learn anything. You can get all information.
All the information there is already there in store for us as long as we open to it and we leave our minds aside.
Of course. Yeah.
So, many blessings to you. Much love to all the team that has facilitated this encounter and the participation to the summit. Of course, you are very welcome to the Pranic Festival in Romania in 2008 in August 11 to 15. If you can join us in person, it would be a great honor, or else you can, of course, join us online because we have online presentation available, but you are close, so maybe we'll meet. And
thank you. We shall see what we can do.
Yeah, of course. Whatever comes, whatever is meant to be.
Yeah, thank you also too, and good luck also to you.
Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be emailing you soon about our next meeting in the Pranic Consciousness Summit. And until then, we send many blessings to all the viewers and to all of those watching after. Thank you so much and have a nice evening or morning, depending on the hemisphere.